Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're over 50, you are probably intimately familiar with the sheer exhaustion that comes from waking up at 2 a.m. and then, again at 4 a.m. just to use the bathroom. It's a completely frustrating cycle. You drag yourself out of bed, your hard-earned rest is totally derailed, and the next day, well, you really feel the heavy toll. We're talking brain fog, zero energy, and honestly, a mood that's just not where you want it to be. So today, we are going to walk through a comprehensive, highly practical health guide tailored specifically for older adults to manage these exact nighttime awakenings. We're going to dive into the science of exactly why this happens, and far more importantly, how you can actually take back control of your nights.
Now, it's incredibly common to hear people, even doctors sometimes, dismiss this by saying, well, your body's just changing, it's just normal aging. But I really want to pose this question to you. Is waking up multiple times a night just normal aging? Or is it actually something more? While it's absolutely true that our bodies do change as we get older, simply brushing this off as inevitable, that actually robs you of real solutions. You do not just have to suffer through interrupted sleep night after night. This condition actually has a medical name. It's called Nocturia, and there are proven everyday habits you can tweak to dramatically reduce its impact on your life.
Okay, here's our step-by-step roadmap for today. First, understanding nocturia. Second, hidden medical warnings. Third, evening habits to avoid. Fourth, movement and fluid management. And finally, a health tracking table to put all of this into action.
Let's jump right into Section 1, Understanding Nocturia and the Science of Nighttime Awakenings. So why does this suddenly happen when we cross 50? It's basically a mix of hormonal shifts that tell your kidneys to keep working overtime at night, combined with a natural decrease in your bladder capacity.
And the reason we really need to address this isn't just about feeling a little groggy the next day. This is a big deal. According to research from Harvard Health Publishing, sleep loss impacts your memory, your blood pressure, your mood, and, this is a big one, significantly increases fall risk in seniors. Think about it. When you're waking up multiple times in the pitch dark, trying to navigate your way to the bathroom while half asleep, your risk of a dangerous fall absolutely skyrockets. Furthermore, chronic sleep disruption literally prevents your brain from clearing out daily toxins, which is exactly why your memory and mood take such a massive hit. So, fixing your sleep, it's fundamentally about protecting your long-term health and your physical safety.
Moving on to Section 2, Hidden Medical Warnings. Because sometimes getting up frequently at night isn't just a symptom of aging at all. It's actually your body acting as an early warning system. There are some very specific warning signs that require medical attention, distinct conditions you really need to watch out for. First off, if your nighttime awakenings are happening alongside unexplained high blood pressure spikes, you absolutely need to tell your doctor. Second, let's talk about sleep apnea. If you or maybe your partner notice heavy snoring or actual pauses in your breathing at night, your body might be waking you up simply because it's struggling for oxygen. The urge to urinate in that case is just a secondary response. Third is diabetes. If you're experiencing excessive thirst or unusual fatigue during the day, frequent urination at night is a classic warning sign because your body is basically trying to flush out excess sugar. Please, always consult your healthcare provider if you spot any of these red flags so you can get properly screened.
All right, Section 3, evening habits to avoid. Let's look at the small, high-impact adjustments you can make right as the sun goes down to reclaim your routine.
It's all about trading bad habits for healthy alternatives. First, you really want to stop drinking large amounts of fluids late at night. You also need to actively watch out for diuretic foods and drinks in the evening. This means cutting out caffeine, alcohol, citrus juices, spicy foods, or even high-water fruits like watermelon right before bed. The healthy alternative here? Make it a hard, non-negotiable rule to limit your water and stop all fluid intake 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to sleep. And here is an absolutely crucial point regarding medication. If you take diuretic medications, you might know them as water pills, check the timing of that dose with your doctor. Simply asking your doctor if you can shift that medication to the morning instead of taking it in the evening can completely transform your night. But remember, never ever adjust your prescriptions without consulting them first.
Section 4, movement and fluid management. Let's talk about the sheer power of gravity. and how it can literally help your body process fluids long before your head hits the pillow.
Think about it this way. Throughout the entire day, gravity naturally causes fluid to pool all the way down in your legs and ankles. If you wait until bedtime to finally lie flat, all of that pooled fluid suddenly rushes right back into your bloodstream, heads straight to your kidneys, and bam, creates a completely full bladder right when you're trying to drift off to sleep. So what's the solution? Elevate your legs in the late afternoon or early evening. By just kicking your feet up above your heart for about an hour or two before dinner, you allow your body to naturally process and flush out that fluid before you go to sleep. It is an incredibly simple, yet highly effective strategy.
Now, right alongside managing those fluids, gentle bladder training empowers you to physically regain control over an overactive bladder. Step 1 is simply identifying your pelvic floor muscles. These are the exact same muscles you would use to stop the flow of urine. Step 2, practice gentle, controlled contractions daily. You really don't need to strain here, just squeeze and release. Then step 3, gradually increase the amount of time you hold those contractions to slowly but surely rebuild your bladder's capacity and control. These exercises are wonderfully accessible for older adults, and the best part is you can do them comfortably anywhere, anytime.
Finally, Section 5, the health tracking table. Because look, knowledge is only power if we actually apply it, right? Let's look at a daily action plan to monitor your progress.
This weekly habit tracker is incredibly simple, but trust me, it is very revealing. You track the day of the week, and you just ask yourself and check a box, did I elevate my legs in the afternoon? Did I actually stop my fluids 2 to 3 hours before bed? And then you write down the number of times you woke up that night. When you start filling this out, you will physically see the correlation. You'll notice that on the days you elevated your legs and put away that water glass early, you maybe only woke up once instead of 3 times. Actually seeing that data on paper directly connects your new daily habits to the quality of your rest. It's a game changer.
And right alongside that, we have a daily symptom checklist. This is what bridges the gap between your lifestyle habits at home and professional medical care. If you are actively tracking your habits and you find you're still waking up constantly, use this table. Did you notice snoring or paused breathing today? Just check yes or no. Excessive thirst, elevated blood pressure? Note it all down. That way, when you walk into your next doctor's appointment, you won't just vaguely say, "You know, doc, I'm not sleeping well." No, you will hand them this exact checklist. It ensures you can have a highly informed, precise conversation about those potential hidden medical warnings we discussed earlier, which leads to much better, much faster care.
We've covered a lot of ground today in this explainer, from spotting the hidden signs of sleep apnea and diabetes to the actual mechanics of why just elevating your legs works absolute wonders. But remember, information alone won't let you sleep through the night. Action will. So I want to leave you with this one question to think about. What small habit will you change tonight to reclaim your restful sleep? Are you going to put that water glass away a little earlier this evening? Will you prop your feet up on the couch this afternoon? Pick just one thing, try it today, and take that very first step toward a deeply restful night. Thanks so much for joining me, and here's to better sleep.